So, in the programme tonight, visitors have enjoyed its attractions for decades. We'll have all the reaction after Wales's largest theme park, Oakwood, closed with immediate effect.
It's a huge loss, huge, huge loss.
It's just such a shame because it's another attraction that Pembrokeshire's lost.
Today at the Senedd, urgent questions asked about how the 200 members of staff employed here will be supported.
Vladev reporting there. There's been a sense of shock and sadness today at the news that one of Wales's top tourist attractions, the Oakwood theme park in Pembrokeshire, has closed because of falling visitor numbers. Tourism leaders say it's a blow not just for the area, but for the industry across Wales. The Spanish owners, who are one of Europe's biggest theme park operators, say it's the first time they have ever had to close a site. Our reporter Sarah David is there for us now. Sarah.
Well, I spent the majority of today outside these closed gates, Jen, and usually in the daylight you would be able to see some of those iconic rides like Speed and Vertigo in the distance. And there are many people across Wales, including myself, who have fond memories of either a school trip or a family day out to this theme park in Pembrokeshire. But today locals have been reminiscing some of those memories after the news of its closure after nearly 40 years. A staple of a summer holiday in Wales. For decades, families, school trips and thrill seekers have flocked to Oakwood Park for a fun day out. But visitor numbers have been dwindling and the park's operator, Aspro Parks, say future investment is now unsustainable.
Energy prices are going up, the cost of living, the visitor levy on the horizon, but more than important than that, the national insurance on employers and the rise in living wage coming in next month. When you put all these together, the impact is now starting to hit home.
There have been many twists and turns to the park's history. Oakwood opened its doors for the first time in 1987, showcasing a small number of rides, including the bobsleigh. But by the mid-90s, the then owners, Oakwood Leisure Limited, added the likes of the rickety Megaphobia and the stomach-turning Vertigo to the site, attracting thousands of visitors to the park every season. Charlotte Brandford travels the world riding roller coasters, sharing her experiences online.
So Megaphobia is a wooden coaster. It's just so extreme, it's so fun. It really takes it out of you sometimes as well. Such a good coaster, and it's one of the best coasters in the UK, so I really hope that something does happen with that or the park.
I was first on Drenched, and I was first public person on Vertigo as well.
Another local superfan is Ryan Hackett.
Absolutely devastated, gutted. I think everybody had an inkling that it was, on the cards, but to see it in black and white and hear it on the radio was absolutely devastating. I used to go to Oakwood 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. I just go in, ride Meggie and come straight back out.
But there have been challenging times for Oakwood over the years. In 2004, 16-year-old Hayley Williams died after falling 100 feet from the top of the Hydro roller coaster. An inquest into her death heard a safety bar had not been lowered before the ride started. Financial issues also meant that the park in Pembrokeshire came close to shutting for good in 2008, but a £25 million investment secured its future. But now it seems that it's the end of the ride for Oakwood, a shock for people in the nearby town of Narbeth.
We are starting to lack places for our young folks to go to, and it's a huge loss, huge loss.
Even from the entrance, the flags are tatty and have been for over 12 months. And it's just such a shame because it's another attraction that Pembrokeshire's lost.
Our main concern, and I think this goes for all of us, is really about the staff at the site. And of course, our Welsh Government team works closely with our key stakeholders, including Department of Work and Pensions, local authorities and Work in Wales, to ensure that people who are at risk of losing jobs or at risk of redundancy do receive the information, support and guidance that they need.
The operators said in their statement that they fully recognise the impact of the closure on the local community, who are now coming to terms with the loss of this historic attraction. There are about 200 members of staff currently employed here, and after speaking with local people, there are many young people or people's children who have at some point had a summer job here at Oakwood, so it really is a big employer in the area. And after today's discussions, the government in Cardiff Bay will now be looking at how they can support those facing job losses, as well as an area that is heavily dependent on tourism, with those summer months just around the corner, Jen.
Well, Sarah, thank you. That's Sarah David reporting there from Oakwood Theme Park.